guys, it's Emily again, and I shouldn't say again because I haven't really made a video in a long time, and I say that every time I do make a video, so I should really get in the habit of making videos. I try not to spend too much money on books, and then I say that, and then it somehow happens. We all know that struggle, but that's not a struggle, it's just happiness. It's just happiness in a book outlet box. But yeah, I came home to this, and I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen one of these in so long. Couple weeks. In light of getting that, I really wanted to make another video, and I really want to make videos like often, but I don't. Before buying the book outlet books, I got 2 books off Amazon, used, because, you know, I'm a money saver, I don't really need brand new hardback books, but hey, they're hardback anyway. The first one I really wanted because I kind of collect books like this. I don't know why. I have so many contemporary, like, issue books, and I just love them. I love that it's like, the character's almost real. Like Perks of Being a Wallflower, Charlie is like a real person to me. It's kind of a funny story. Craig Gilner is like a real person to me. These people, these characters that I meet, it's like they're real. I was recommended this book because I was asking my Goodreads friends, okay, I don't really actually know them, but I'll put my Goodreads down in the down bar. Somebody recommended this because I was asking people, what are funny books about death? Like death, but there's humor in it. Like Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, and It's Kind of a Funny Story has kind of humor to it, and I just love books like that. And somebody said, read American Desert by Percival Everett. That sounds like a body part. Your Percival's connected to your Everett. Sorry, okay. This book is about a man who is suicidal and he goes to kill himself. I think he's gonna drown himself in the ocean, but then he gets hit by a van and his head comes off. His head is no, how do you say that? He got noggined by John Corey Whaley. I read Where Things Come Back and I really liked it and I want to read this one too. His head comes off, he comes back to life, and it sounds awesome. Comparison between these two. I will draw Venn diagrams later when I actually read both of them. So the next book I bought off Amazon used was Oblivion by Sasha Dawn. This book I got because I feel like, even though I didn't really kill anybody, because I think the main character may have killed somebody, but this, I feel like I'm going to relate to it a lot because I write constantly. I have these thoughts and they just swirl around and overwhelm me, and I write all the time to get them out. But she writes all over her skin and anywhere she can, and it doesn't really make sense. It's called Graphomania, I think. I wanted to compare the cover of this book to Jim Carrey in the number 23. If I remove this creepy jacket thing, it totally looks similar. Doesn't it? Kind of? Yeah, not cool. Oh, I have another comparison. This is a book I'm reading right now, and it's called This Is Not a Test by Courtney Summers. And I read one book by Courtney Summers, Fall for Anything. I remember it being sad. I think the dad committed suicide. There's kind of a trend in my reading, isn't there? It was a short read. And then this one is about zombies. Like, how can you switch from, oh, realistic fiction contemporary to zombies? This one's written really well. First person is my favorite. And it's kind of like Quarantine by Lex Thomas. Lex Thomas is actually 2 guys who kind of got together and wrote this trilogy. The difference is Quarantine has a bunch of kids in this school. They're not zombies, I guess, but it is a virus. They get the virus when they turn 18, I think, and then they graduate. There's a lot of kids, like, holed up in the high school. And This Is Not a Test, there's only 6 kids that are trying to survive in the high school. But the twist in this one is that the main character does not want to survive. She is kind of suicidal. It's funny because it's the zombie apocalypse and everyone wants to survive. And she's just like, nope, do whatever. The other kids find her sitting in the street, like digging her nails into the gravel, trying to just wait for a zombie to come get her. That's a cool twist, and it's written really well, and I love reading it out loud because first person, and then I get to be the people in the books. Okay. The other book that I'm reading, and I never really read more than one book at a time, but I saw this, and I was like, ooh, that looks cute, and I don't really read cutesy stuff. I wanted a happy read. I don't know why I gravitate towards sad books, but this one is something that I actually fantasize about happening to me, and I shouldn't have said that out loud, should I? But this is about a girl named Ellie who is emailing accidentally, she finds this like email pen pal guy, and they just email back and forth, but the guy ends up being a famous actor. They're the same age, but it's like, he's famous, and he doesn't tell her who she is. No. He doesn't tell her who he is. I'm only on page like 96 or something, and oh, it's so good. It's so good so far. I needed a cute little read like this to balance out my life. Yeah. Okay, last two that I have purchased before my book outlet box that I really need to get to. I finally picked up Cinder. I wasn't gonna buy this. I was gonna see if the library had it, but I just really want to read this because everyone has already gotten into it and loved it, and I'm behind in the Cinder wagon, and I really want to read Cinder. If you don't know what it is about, I'm not going to tell you because I don't have enough memory on my card, on my camera, to last that. No, it's not that complicated. It's a Cinderella retelling. There, I did it. I'm a loser. This one is The Incident, Curiously, of the Dog in the... Ouch. The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Haddon. Haddon? Sounds like Abaddon from Supernatural. So I love mental books. I've already discussed that. And this is about a kid or a man with autism. I forget. I was recommended this book, so I just love books like that where it has to do with like a mental processing issue going on. Okay, I need to open my box. How much time do I have on my 9 seconds? My battery is about to run out. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. The box is empty. And you know what was inside? So in the box on the very top was Emmy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. And I've heard of this book a bunch of times. I know a lot of people have read it. Oh, what's her name? Zoe from Zoe Reads, I think is her name on YouTube. She read this and she loved it. She reads a lot of, I think, romantic YA books. With all the sad books that I read, I needed some happy ones to balance it out. And this, upon reading the inside synopsis, actually it's on the back synopsis, this is about Amy who has to go from California to Connecticut, but her father just died and she doesn't want to drive. And then there's Roger, and he's a family friend, and he's the one, I guess, who drives the car. Why is the mother not driving? I'll figure it out. If I may make a comparison, this kind of reminded me of Dash and Lily's Book of Dares, but in this they don't actually know each other. He's not a family friend. She writes in a notebook and leaves it in a coffee shop, cafe, bookstore or something. I don't remember. I think it's a bookstore. Maybe it's a library. Doesn't she work in the bookstore? Oh, I forget. And then the whole Rice Krispie thing. That was a good thing. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It's set in New York City, and they mentioned F.A.O. Schwartz, and I was like, yeah. It just gives me that road trip book feel. Kind of like Paper Towns. I'm not really into cutesy stuff like that, but sometimes you just have to try. You just have to broaden. So the next one that I saw was The Monstrumologist by Rick Yancey. And of course, the name Rick Yancey struck a chord in my brain gears, saying, oh, you recognize that, don't you? Cough, cough, The Fifth Wave. The movie, the trailer is out, and the movie's coming out, and I'm so excited. And oh my gosh, the girl, what's her name? Chloe Mortez or something? Chloe something. She was in If I Stay, and I have that book too. It's up there. You believe me, right? I have way too many books. So, Fifth Wave, Aliens, and then this is about a monster, a headless monster. Headless, get it? Razor sharp teeth in their stomachs, and then you gotta kill them, and there's this body of a girl that shows up, and it's a series. Second one is Curse of the Wendigo, third one is The Isle of Blood, fourth one is The Final Descent, and they had a bunch of them on Book Outlet, and I was like, where's the first one? I need the first one. And it won an award. Who knew that monster books could win awards? Must be good. The next one is The Space Between Trees by Katie Williams. And I saw this and it was $1.99 and the cover looked awesome. And it's about a girl who she makes up this relationship with this older guy who's a college dropout with broad shoulders and a streak of red in his hair. It says scarlet, but just say red. Just say red. Oh my gosh, I hate when people say crimson in books. Just say red. Come on. And for $2, I'm digging it. And then I realized, oh, that author, that name sounds familiar, and I do have a book by her, Absent. And this one is a really, really tiny book. This one's about ghosts. So it's not really a comparison, but her covers are really cool. I like these covers. No, I didn't recognize the name. I recognized the font and how small the name was at the bottom, and I realized I have another book by her. I realize I'm holding all these books down here. Sorry. I don't know how to angle cameras. I'm new at this, people. Winger. Okay? Okay. Everybody read this. Trust me, everyone did, and I am behind the bandwagon on this one too. And it's about a teenager who goes to this rich kid boarding school or whatever, and it's just about him trying to get through life, right? And I love the cover. The cover is awesome, and the sequel of this just came out. I think the sequel's called The Standoff, right? It has another kid on the front. Unless it's the same guy, I don't know. They look different to me. Yeah, what kind of prevented me from getting this book for the longest time was I was never into sports. I'm so not a sporty person. I'm uncoordinated, I'm clumsy, I can't do them, and I don't like watching them either, except figure skating. Figure skating is my jam. He's on a rugby team, that's why he's all beat up. It's gonna be good. I know it's gonna be good. Did I talk about every single book I wanted to? Look at the piles of books on my bed right now. These are just all the books that I talked about. Did I talk about all these? Because I don't remember if I talked about all these. Did I talk about all these? I forget. Did I talk about that one? Or this one? Did I talk about... Oh, there's another one. Did I talk about this one yet? I don't really know if I talked about this one. Oh, there's more over here. There's more over here. Did I talk about these yet? Because I think I did. Thanks for watching, and... Oh my god. Woo! Thanks for watching, and I'm so happy that you love books, and I'm just assuming you do, because you should. Thanks so much. Love y'all. I'll try not to spend money on books. I'm sorry, I just can't help it. Also, I just wanted to throw in there, wink wink, that I just created this group on Goodreads called Emily's Top Shelf, and it's kind of like an online book club. So if you're interested in keeping track of all of your books, finding out about new books, making friends that like the same books that you do, you should totally make an account on Goodreads, and then we can read books together. Peace out, yos. Yo-yos. Yo-yos? Alright, bye. Did you know that Every Day by David Levithan has a sequel now, and it's called Another Day, and the cover's blue? Another new one, The Accident Season, and this one takes place in October. Two other books I picked up recently, We All Looked Up and The Good Sister. We All Looked Up is about a meteor coming to Earth, and they only have like 2 weeks to live out the rest of their lives. And The Good Sister is about the peacekeeper sister of a family of 3 girls, and she dies, and she's a ghost. This is Jacoby by William Ritter, but I don't know if you know that the sequel came out, Beastly Bones, a Jacoby novella. Novella, yeah. This Western, Vengeance Road by Aaron Bowman, was Uppercase Box's September release, and I also got The Ocean at the End of the Lane finally by Neil Gaiman, heard great things about it, goodbye.